All right, let's get started. My name's Rory Powers. I'm with Right Line Trading, and today's presentation is really an exciting trading system. And if you've never seen this thing, we've got a powerhouse called the AI Auto Trader, and this is a fully automated trading system. Once the strategies are enabled, it will execute and manage the trades for you. The system comes with the automated strategies are leveraging some very powerful multi-time frame indicators that were developed based on mathematical modeling. And this is my leaderboard from today, and I'm going to show you the system trading a live market. But this is a system that can put up tremendous numbers, trading just one contract across a number of different instruments simultaneously. And I'm going to show you my workspace and a few live trades as they're happening. And I'm going to explain how the AI Auto Trader is leveraging this AI technology. What a game changer this AI has been. Man, we got $3 trillion companies now, three of them. The $3 trillion club is Google, NVIDIA, and Apple. And man, they're making a mint with these AI chips, this AI technology. And we're going to go ahead and get it started. Stick with me to the end, and we've got a special New Year special sale that we're currently running. It's important to know that this presentation is for demonstration and educational purposes only. I am not a licensed financial advisor. If you're not familiar with the risks that are associated with trading the financial markets, we're going to be talking about futures today, then we highly recommend consulting with a licensed financial advisor or a licensed broker. And I want to start the presentation off with a success story. And man, they're really growing, these success stories. I really have several now, but one of my favorites is always been Marcy. Marcy sent us this beautiful testimonial. If you want to see the full version, it's living in our YouTube channel, and it happens to be 100% genuine. Marcy came to us a complete newbie. We have a beautiful community of traders, really at thousands of traders deep, that come in a wide variety of experience levels, a big spectrum. To the far left of the spectrum is our newbies. To the far right are professional full-time traders, and we have everything in the middle covered. Marcy was one of those that came in from the far left, and I don't mean politically. I mean on the experience spectrum of being a trader. Had never traded a futures contract, didn't know what a tick was, had never traded an evaluation account, didn't even know what a prop account was. And I talk to people on the phone. I have the privilege of answering the phones here at Right Line Trading, and I talk to a lot of brand new traders. And Marcy was one of them. And she took advantage of the AI Auto Trader offer. And in her testimonial, she describes how she was able to achieve 16 funded accounts within her first 60 days of trading. Listen, I talk to people that after years of spending a lot of money and buying 5 different trading systems, have not been able to make the accomplishments that she was able to do in 60 days. So she credits the AI Auto Trader, the team here at Right Line Trading, and the community of traders in our Discord chat community. So she's been able to accomplish 16 funded accounts. I was just in a meeting with her last night, and I meet with her all the time. And she has, now that she has 16 funded accounts with one company, she wants 15 more with another company. And she's very close to achieving that. I looked at 10 accounts that were deep in the green, and she's just doing wonderful. So Marcy is really one of our success stories here, and one of my other favorite success stories is Michael Higgins. We have a member named Mr. Higgins, a military vet. He, I spoke to him not even a month ago, and he was ready to throw in the towel. He says, and he wrote this beautiful manual. I mean, a really gifted guy, extremely intelligent. But he was ready to throw in the towel. He was trading his live account. He was doing everything right. Everything that we say to do, he was doing it. He was getting his leaderboard. He was putting his live account in the top strategy. And it just so happened that the strategy would do well. Murphy's Law. The strategy would do well in sim, but he put it in his live account and just pull in a loser or two. And he only had a $300 or $500 daily risk limit. And then he would stop trading. And he was at his wit's end with it. Well, now it turns out that through a mistake, he loaded a NASDAQ template, mistakenly put it on the E-mini. No, Daniel, this is live. I think you asked me, is this a complete recorded rerun? No, this is a live one. Okay. So anyway, I lost my train of thought. So he loaded a NASDAQ template and mistakenly put it on the ES. It was an 8 Unorenco data series. Ran it on the ES, and man, he's making money hands over fist with this strategy, and it couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. I'm going to show my trading charts really quick. Let me switch over, and I'm going to show you what his strategy did today. His strategy today is this ES strategy on the top left. It runs on an 8 Unorenco on the ES. I'm running it in a test sim account, and it's at $4,712. He kind of found it by accident with a mistake, but this strategy has been red hot. And I'm going to show you some results on some ES templates that we currently have with the AI Auto. But that one's up $4,700 today. But let's go ahead. Let's continue. So I just want to quickly introduce my team. I'm part of a very educated, experienced team. Our goal, our mission, our mandate here at Right Line Trading is to develop innovative trading strategies that provide our traders with an edge over all other retail traders. One way we do that is by predicting the future direction of price, kind of like having the winning lottery numbers before the drawing. Along the way, we've built a beautiful community of traders that all support one another in their trading journey. There's power in numbers. To learn what's working for other people, maybe even more important, what's not working, so you can avoid the same pitfalls that they fell into, can be very, very valuable information. So very quickly, to introduce the members of Right Line Trading, we have 3 professional traders on staff. We have Mr. Craig Emery, who trades in our live futures room. He's developed a unique style using our money flow tracker to trade the NASDAQ. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, if you go to our website, you could jump in his room for a couple of weeks for a free trial, and you can see him trading on a live market. We have our prop trading pro extraordinaire, the Kush, the good stuff. David Kushner, last year made $120,000 trading his prop accounts. He has 6 funded accounts. He has a rules-based system that he's very disciplined, that he follows. And across 6 accounts, he was able to pull in $120,000 in profits in 2024. Last but certainly not least is uh, our options trading extraordinaire, Mr. David Wise. David is a leader in the Reddit community of traders, a community that's 20, 30, maybe even 40,000 deep. David has his name highlighted. He's a verified professional. They've gone over his resume, which is his performance, with a fine-tooth comb, and he passed the test. He has, in the last 3 or 4 years since he's been with Right Line Trading, been able to maintain an 85 to 90% win rate, and he does it by really not letting emotions dictate his trading decisions. All of his decisions are based on the technicals, almost like a robot, emotion free. Behind the desk, these handsome gentlemen you see down here, Mr. Brock Miller, my right hand man. He is a college student getting his degree in computer science. Mr. Charles Sider has become a community favorite. He has 30 years of experience as an IT tech. He was with a major software developer, and he has his master's degree in computer science, and he is in LA, UCLA. Well, since then, he's moved to San Francisco. And listen, if anybody out there is in California, our prayers are with you. This is really an event that's unprecedented. But Charles was a graduate from UCLA and did get his master's degree, and he's extremely experienced. He's an engineer through and through. He makes sure all the I's are dotted, the T's are crossed. He wants to make sure everything is perfect. Sergio Luque Rodriguez is our coder. He's a software developer with a master's degree in computer science. He's gone from coding really complex mathematical algorithms, mathematical modeling, and now he's taken his game to the next level, and he's able to integrate artificial intelligence into NinjaTrader language, and he brings this to life on our trading charts and through our strategies. These machine learning bots have really made a tremendous difference in our automated systems. The team is led by the owner, Mr. Mark Miller. Mark Miller is a U.S. Army vet. And if anybody out there is a veteran, thank you for your service. First responders, veterans, our hearts are with you. Mark Miller has an MBA from Cal State, and his expertise is in robotics and automation. And Mark Miller purchased the company a few years back, going on 3 years now. And he purchased the company from the founder, who is Mr. Mark Sachs. Mark Sachs was an extremely intelligent individual who really left a beautiful foundation of indicators that were developed based on mathematical modeling. He also has a doctorate, Mark Sachs, but he handed the baton off to Mr. Mark Miller, coming into this AI revolution, where his experience lies in automation and robotics. So it's really the perfect handoff. And together, we really have accomplished some major feats this year. And Mark Miller is now the owner of Right Line Trading. So I want to just briefly introduce myself, who the voice behind the screen is. My name's Rory Powers. I'm a graduate from Syracuse University. My passion is not only trading the financial markets, but living down here in South Florida. I live very close to the ocean. So I'm an avid saltwater fisherman. However, my biggest prize catch is my beautiful wife. This is my family just during the Christmas holiday. My beautiful wife, she is originally from Haiti, and we have two beautiful girls who are going in March. My little one will be 2 years old, and the older one will be 6. And a little bit of a funny story about this ukulele. Santa Claus brought one red ukulele, and we had one happy one and one who was a little disappointed with Santa. So since then, Santa brought a yellow ukulele. So now there's a red and a yellow ukulele. But this was just over Christmas. It was a beautiful holiday. Some saltwater fishing. This is a recent fishing trip that Mark Miller, Sergio, and myself took. And right when you get back to the dock, we at this day we had caught some grouper, snapper, and there's a tile fish. They cook them up in this restaurant, and it's the freshest, most delicious fish you could ever eat. So the genesis of the AI auto trader. This is me in the female version, and maybe some of you. What this picture, what this image portrays, is a trader who, over the course of time, has seen her account dwindle down to almost nothing, and the frustration and the turmoil is built up to the point where she's ready to put that jackhammer, that sledgehammer, she's ready to smash that monitor into pieces. Ever been there? Let me tell you, I can relate to that. After blowing out so many accounts in my trading career, I felt just like this on many, many occasions. I was ready to just put that sledgehammer right through the computer screen. So that was the genesis of the AI auto trader. We've all experienced problems with consistency and making money trading. Probably the most common error that we all share, not only as traders, but as humans. And it's interesting because I was in an investor summit with a gentleman that was one of the presenters there named Chris Vermeulen. And Chris Vermeulen had done a study on human personality traits as it relates to how it relates to trading. And what he found in his study that we as humans share about 10 or 12 core personality traits. You have the driver who wants to go, go, go. You have the analytic who is very nervous about making a mistake, wants to make sure all of the calculations are just right. You have the emotional who makes their decisions based on emotions. We all share some of these personality traits, but to a different degree of each one. What he found during the course of his study was that only maybe one or two of these core personality traits lends well to being a good, successful trader. I should say a good, disciplined trader that can kind of channel out those human emotions and make their decisions based on the technicals, based on the data. So that's really I think the primary reason why so many of us have problems with consistency. Sure, there's a lot of us that have bought trading systems that just didn't work or lacked a proven trading methodology, but it all leads to the same cold, desolate, painful place, and that's blowing out your trading accounts. And this was the genesis of the AI auto trader. And it's been my team's commitment. It says on my slide, it's my commitment. It's not me personally. It's been my entire team's commitment to bring this to an end. We desperately want to find a solution, something that can be consistent and we can count on to extract some profits out of the market on a consistent basis. Just to give you a little update on this live trade that we're in, I'm going to flash back to this ES chart. It just broke through. It just broke through the VWAP on this ES. This is a strategy that's up $5,000 now. Broke through long on the E-mini and is headed up to a very ambitious profit target of 240 ticks. Now, if it does not make it that far, that's okay. We have some very clever ways to trail this trade and lock in profits on that leg up. So even if it doesn't go the full excursion, we're going to still, at the end of the day, go home with some very nice profits. So we'll see how that plays out as we continue on with the presentation. So let's keep it moving. We've narrowed it down to two things that we believe are going to create trading success. Number one, we want to have the proper tool set. We want to have the proper tools that identifies the most opportune times to get in and out of these trades. And ideally, because we suffer from these human emotions, we would like software that can automatically get us in and out of these trades to maximize the output, to be more efficient. And listen, if you're not aware, we're currently in the midst of what we call an AI revolution. Those $3 trillion companies, NVIDIA, Google, and Apple, they're getting there because of AI. And artificial intelligence is really working its way in to just about every sector of our economy. So it's extremely beneficial. Science and healthcare, transportation, agriculture, cybersecurity, every single sector of our economy is benefiting from these AI technology, these chips that these companies are producing. For us as traders, it's able to process an enormous amount of data. It's almost like trading, having the ability to place your stop and profit targets. I mean, in lightning speed in the most ideal locations based on a look back of a month of trades, or in the current market conditions, and have your stop and profit targets put in the most optimal position to make the most money. So that AI technology is really a huge benefit, is very beneficial to us as traders. So the benefits from using AI, well, it eliminates human emotion. That's number one. There's no more overthinking or hesitating if you're scared to pull the trigger. If you're an analytical and you overthink things, when everything lines up, believe me, this thing is gone. And this trade is slowly maturing as I'm watching it to the upside. Slowly but surely, it's working its way up to that 240 tick profit target. And this trade will continue to mature to the upside with a trailing stop. And we'll see how it makes out for the rest of this presentation. We were in a trade this morning that lasted about an hour and a half that made about $2,200 during our live stream. So this has been a red hot strategy for us. It's an ES strategy that runs on the 8 Unorenko. And we also have another that runs on the 30 range on the E-mini that are really our number 1 and 2 strategies in our portfolio. So the system, I touched on it, but I'm going to go into a little bit of the minutia and tell you about how this AI integration is benefiting us a little more in detail in just a moment. With the optimization of the stops and the profit targets, we optimize the trading hours. We know historically what time of the day the system is going to make the most money. And the system will change dynamically. And when I say dynamically, what I mean by that is this isn't a system that you have to change the settings every day. This is going to self-optimize while you're trading. It's going to adjust the position of your stop and your profit targets based on the average true range of the current market environment. The elephant in the room with automated strategies, we've all bought strategies in the past that just, they did very well at first, or they did very well in certain market conditions, but in other market conditions, they would get killed. Or after a week or two, they weren't optimized anymore. They'd go stale on us. Well, this AI integration has brought that to an end. These are self-optimizing strategies that will dynamically change its own inputs with this machine learning process that's integrated into the coding of it. So let's keep it moving because I want to explain it a little deeper. The way it works, and I'm going to touch on 3 ways that we're integrating the artificial intelligence. Each one of our bots is running in tandem with what we call a drone. A drone is just another bot, okay? But the difference with the drone than the regular bot is the drone is trading 23 hours a day. Whenever the market is open, the drone is trading. And the drone has static inputs for its stop and its profit target, a very wide range. It's giving it it has a tremendous amount of risk on the trade, and it has very ambitious profit targets. And what it's doing is it's sharing a database. The drone is just what it says. The drone is something that hovers above and it looks at the overall environment below. Well, that's what our drone is doing. The drone is looking at the overall trading environment. What is the average true range of the market right now? And it's telling the bot through a database that they share that's housed on your computer exactly what the average true range is, where you should put your stop and where you should put your profit target in order to maximize the reward, in order to make the most money. So that's one of the components that I'm going to cover is the optimization of the stop, the location of your stop and your profit target based on the average true range of the market. Now, there's also another component to it that we call pattern recognition. The charts are very geometrical. Repetitively throughout the trading session, there's candlestick patterns that reoccur time and time again. And there's certain candlestick patterns that when they happen, our learning algorithm, our machine learning algorithm recognizes certain candlestick patterns and knows that when this candlestick pattern happens, price usually reverses. And what it'll do, it will immediately exit the trade. Or vice versa. If we get one of those hammers come, we know that it's going to take off in the direction of the trend. And it's one of the conditions to get into a trade on some of these strategies. So the candlestick pattern recognition is a very active component of this AI integration. And last but certainly not least is the way we time optimize these strategies. The drone is running 23 hours a day. What I'm illustrating here is the trade performance metric in NinjaTrader. If you were to go to your control center and click new on the new section, new, and then select trade performance, then one of these trade performance would pop up. And on the top right, you could put in the time frame that you want to see the performance. And on the bottom and on the left, you would select which account you want to see the performance of. If you were to order the AI Auto Trader, we set up each and every one of the bots in its own separate SIM account. This way we could see individual performance of each bot and each drone. So what this illustration is showing are on the bottom axis are the hours or half hours of the day is time. So at 8:30 a.m. all the way to 3:30 p.m. And it's showing you on the left axis the money. This is the $2,500. Down here is negative 2,000, and this is showing the P&L of each half hour of the day for this ES30 range drone. And you can see the drone between 8:30 and 11 o'clock just crushes it. It does extremely well. But then from 11 to about 2, not so well. It's not doing as well. So what the bot does, the drone tells the bot what times of the day it's most profitable, and the bot will eliminate these losing trading hours and only trade during the times that the drone is profitable. So this is all dynamically changing on your computer while you're trading. This isn't something that you would have to adjust yourself. This is something that is changing dynamically, automatically during the trading session. So that's the third component of that AI integration. So I want to highlight some of our most profitable strategies. We have a very diversified portfolio of strategies. We're running all of the futures index equities. What I mean by the futures index equities, actually three of the four of them. We're running the NASDAQ, the S&P 500, the ES, and we're running the Dow, the YM. We've also added crude oil and gold into the mix to further diversify the portfolio of strategies. And I'll tell you, when institutional money is manipulating crude like today, we get some huge days. Crude ran up a couple $1,000s in profits today. So we always have our finger on the pulse of the market, and our bots are ready to trade on any instrument that's being influenced by institutional money. So our most profitable strategy right now, and it's not even close, is the ES. The ES is just crushing it. We've got two very powerful strategies on the E-mini. We call one the ES30 range star. To give you an idea of the performance, from November 1st to December 20th, it was up $11,800. $11,800. One of our members, Robert, is the one that shared this strategy with us. And I'm going to show you, he's been running it for the last 3 or 4 months. And I'm going to show you where he's at with his. And I want you to keep in mind that this is trading just one contract. And it is calculated after commissions. So in our Discord chat community, he shows his P&L. Let me see. Let me see if I can open this. Because I want you to see this. It's really remarkable. Let me see if I can magnify it. So the time frame that he's showing his performance on is from September to December 27th. Okay, so we're looking at 3 months would be December 1st, about 4 months of trading. Over the course of 4 months, trading one contract, at this point he was up over $39,000, $39,911 to be exact, trading this on one contract after commissions. Really remarkable, remarkable. So that's our 30 range strategy. The bot made about 10,766. Now, I also wanted to show you a couple of other strategies. Let's go back here to my trade performance. And let's take a look at well, let me cover the 1 day passes. The 1 day passes, the NQ. Listen, prop trading has stormed onto the scene. I'm sorry, Eckhart. I just saw your question. Forgive me. Let me just read this. The question that Eckhart asked: do we have any members in Europe? We do. I was just talking to Judy. Judy is a member. She's currently in China, but she lives in Australia. We have many members in the UK. One that comes up right off the top of my head is Suddy, we call him, Simon, who's extremely successful trading the AI auto. We have many members in the UK. And I'm going to be able to answer everybody's question. I'm going to try to get to them at the end of the presentation. Daniel, we are going to post a recording, yes. If you're in a hurry, you need to go somewhere, go. Stephen asks, that's a great question, Stephen. And I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to answer it. Let me read Stephen's question because I really think it's really the most important question to understand. Stephen asks me, he says, you have so many strategies. How can someone starting out using your software decide what to use without getting overwhelmed? And that's a very valid, common question. And it's important to know that we have a methodology to this. Okay, what we do, Stephen, is we know historically which ones perform the best. Okay, by looking at that trade performance metric. So we know those ES and NQ strategies really eliminate 75% of them 90% of the time. But our methodology, the way it works, and we trade this system live on YouTube. And on YouTube, what we do is we let the strategies run through the overnight session, right through the London Open, and right before the New York Stock Exchange opens, we have what we call our leaderboard. Our leaderboard is this. This is showing chronologically which ones are performing the best in the current trading environment. And you'll see some of these strategies day in and day out are on the top of this leaderboard. But that's the answer, Stephen. The ones that we're deciding to trade on our live account are the ones that are at the top of our leaderboard. These are the ones that are performing the best in the current trading environment. What I do is I'll grab the one that's at the top or the one or two at the top. I'll put a couple of my prop accounts on the top one, a couple of others on the second one, and maybe even a couple of others on the third one. And I'll have a bit of a diversification, and I'll let them trade the three most powerful bots that I have for the current trading session. And let me tell you, probably 3 or 4 out of 5 days out of the week, we're extremely profitable following those rules. So the system will give you the answer. The system will tell you which ones to trade. They're the ones making the most money. You definitely wouldn't pick the one that's losing money. You would go with the one that that's making the most in the current market environment. I hope that answers your question. That's a great question, Stephen. So the 1 day passes. With the prop trading, a lot of people want to accelerate passing these evaluations. I've taken evaluations of 50,000 evaluation, and it's taken me weeks. And I've shed blood, sweat, and tears trying to pass that evaluation. What this 1 day pass does is the spirit of it is it will leverage the maximum number of contracts that the prop firm allows you to trade. Let's, for example's sake, let's say it's an Apex $50,000 account. Well, they let you trade up to 10 contracts on the 50,000 account. And our profit goal to pass the evaluation is you got to hit 3,000 before you lose 2,500, right? So in order to make it to 3,000, trading 10 contracts, we need 60 ticks of profit, 60 ticks. We want to also compensate for slippage and commissions. So let's call it 63 or 64 ticks. So now using our AI component, that 1 day pass prop trading template is only going to trade in the half hour or hour out of the day that it consistently does well. It's going to trade just in that window of opportunity. And when all of the conditions are met, it's going to take a trade with a 63 tick profit target with 10 contracts. And I'm going to show you one of the trades live. The owner of Right Line Trading, if you've never seen Mark trade on YouTube, oh my goodness. The system is such a powerhouse. I like to refer to it as prop trading on steroids. This is Mark Miller uh, trading the 1-day passes. Now let me set up the video. It's a 30-second video. Mark is using as his leader account the 1-day pass strategy. He's copying it across 6 evaluation accounts. He knew that at that time that the NASDAQ 30 range was our #1 most powerful 1-day pass strategy. We have them running on all the instruments, and we keep very close track of its performance. And he knew that he had statistically the best chance of winning on the NASDAQ 30 range. So he sets up the trade. It enters the trade. And now he's in the trade for 63 ticks. And the trade matures up into his profit target. His P&L, if you can see it here, is at 2,200 right now. Now he gets into his profit window. What I mean by profit window is his stop popped up. His stop was down here at about 50 ticks of risk. Once he became within 10 ticks of his profit target, his stop automatically flew up to 10 ticks behind price. We never want to risk more than we have the potential to make. So at that point, once the trade matures, we're 10 ticks from our profit target. The stop automatically flies up and locks in about 50 ticks, about 40 ticks of profit. And boom, it hits his profit target. And he hits $3,100 across 6 accounts for $18,000 on that one trade. And that's the spirit of the 1-day pass templates. They're specifically designed for prop trading evaluations. We have members, though, that they perform so well, they'll edit the strategy and maybe, scale it down to maybe 1 or 2 contracts and use it as a regular strategy, that 1-day pass strategy. So the NQ30 range from November 1st to December 20th accumulated about $8,000 of profit. But what we really look at on these templates isn't so much the P&L, it's the percentage that you win. We look at the winning percentage. So, we really like to over deliver and under promise. So we do have 1-day passes that are winning 40 to 50% of the time. But let's say statistically it's 1 out of 3. And I think we can all, none of us will get mad at one another, or you won't be upset with me if you run these 1-day pass templates, and you'll find that statistically it's going to be about 1 out of 3. Now you could hit 3 in a row. You could make 6 in one trade like Mark did. But over the long run, to be safe, I'm going to call it 1 out of 3. So if you see one of these prop firms running this 90% sale, and you can get 10 or 15 prop accounts for $100 by using these 1-day pass strategies, you're going to pass 33% of them and get a funded account in one trade. And that's the spirit of the 1-day passes. I refer to it as prop trading on steroids. Mark Miller, I can't say enough good things about Mark. Not only is he a personal friend of mine, he's truly a man of God. And what he's instilled into right line trading are ethics. Those core military values of transparency, honesty, integrity. That's what he's brought to the table at Right Line Trading. I've talked to so many traders over the years. I'm going on my 11th year now with Right Line Trading. The biggest complaint is always ethics. It's always they said this and they didn't follow through with it, or they delivered it and didn't provide the support, or it wasn't what it was promised to be. Mark Miller eliminates all of that and trades it himself live on YouTube We're live on YouTube 5 days a week, trading our software. And you could see him. He's probably one of the most exciting traders I've seen. I wish I had the confidence and the nerve to take the risks that he does. But I've seen him, pass 20 evaluations in one session on multiple occasions. And he's once he gets the funded account, he switches up the strategy to something that's a little more sustainable to sustain and maintain that PA account. And this is the inside of his Apex portal. He's had $50,000 accounts that were exceeded 60 and 62,000. He's had some really big payouts. He's had some windfalls with Apex, trading this AI auto trader. Karmesh, yes, I can answer your question. Can it be used in the Indian market? Yes, you could trade this on any instrument that you get live data for. It can be traded on the Indian market. If you've got live data and you've got NinjaTrader, Karmesh, you could trade it. Okay. So prop traders, this system will trade your prop accounts like you or I could never do. And it's all based on this machine learning algorithm. I kind of rushed through the performance because I have some really mind-blowing metrics that I wanted to show on the ES, on the 8-unit Renko. And I really apologize. But let me go back to that live trade. Let's see where we stand with it. And then we're going to wrap up. Let me find my, okay, here we go. Okay, it took a little bit of a pullback, but now it's kind of continuing its trek up. So it's at 900 in profits. And listen, there's nothing from stopping you from closing that position and taking profits. There's nothing at all. You'll never go broke taking profits. So if you're happy with $1,000, if that's your profit goal for the day, by all means, close that trade and stop trading. I really highly recommend of setting yourself a profit goal. And once you reach it, stop trading for the day. There's no reason to risk one more trade if you've hit your profit goal. This trade happens to be maturing very nicely, and the market's trending up. Earlier, it was trending down. We caught a monster short trade. But this system has the ability to trade short or long. It makes no difference. While this is running, let me see if I can answer any other questions. What time do you have it start trading? Basant, the drones, remember, we have two components. We have the drones and the bots. The drones are running 23 hours a day. Obviously, Friday at 5 o'clock when the session break comes, 5:30 Eastern, we're going to stop trading for the weekend. We turn it back on 6 o'clock Sunday night, and then we let it run clear through Friday at 5 p.m. on the drones. See, we want the drones to accumulate as much data as possible. Data is our best friend when it comes to this AI integration, because what it's doing is it's sharing that data with the bot that it's taking trades with, and it's telling the bot during the trading session, like it may be during the London Open, it has a very big spike in the P&L during those early morning hours when that London Open comes. So your bot is going to trade, let's say in an Eastern Standard Time, the London Open about 5 a.m. Eastern to 6:30, it might do very well. But then maybe from 6:30 to 9, it does poorly. Well, in the strategy inputs, what it can do is, let me show you this. In the strategy inputs, if I select the AI auto trader strategy, the drone is going to put the 3 top trading sessions into the bot. So the bot is only going to trade, let's say the London Open is 5 a.m. and this is all data driven. It's all based on your performance. So 5 a.m. to 7 a.m., it performs extremely well. Remember our performance metric. I can bring it over in a second. But then from 7 to 9, it does poorly. But at 9:30, when that New York Stock Exchange opens, man, it just does wonderful. So then the second trading session will dynamically change to 9:30. So it'll run from 9:30, and this is all done automatically, remember, to 12 o'clock p.m. But then it doesn't do well again until maybe the closing bell. It'll maybe close the last hour, or maybe it does better during the Asian Open at around 8 or 10 o'clock at night. Whenever performance statistically, whenever the data supports, this is going to automatically change your trading hours into your bot. So I didn't mean to go on, but I wanted to answer your question with some context. So when you asked me, Basanth, what time do you have to start trading? The drone is going to run continuously. The bot, however, is going to trade during the most opportune times during the day. I hope that answers your question. A VPS, if you don't have a dedicated trading computer at your house, or if you have a weak internet connection, then yeah, VPS is a solution. If you do have a computer that you can dedicate to trading, that you don't have a million internet browsers open on, that's using a lot of resources, then you could certainly use your computer at home. I do. I use my computer here. I also work during the day with the same computer. This computer has 32 gigabytes of RAM, and it's an i9. It's an i9 with 32 gigabytes of RAM. The specs that we recommend is usually an i7 or newer with at least 16 gigabytes of RAM. So you can either run the system on your local computer or a VPS. We have members, it's about 50-50. David Geller asks, 11,800 profit. Is that with one contract? Yes, that's with one contract. No prop firm. 7 days of trading still an effective passing evaluation. John, I think Apex moved it to 8. John asked me about the the number of days trading. Oh, no, John, I'm sorry. It's 1 day with Apex. Apex has the 1 day to pass. Okay, let's go back. Let's finish up. You can see my chart here. This trade is slowly progressing to the upside. Let me see. Today is the 10th. Right now, this strategy that you see running, my performance on this account, and this is not including this open trade that it's in. This is the month of December. I'm sorry, December. Forgive me. I'm excited. In January, in the month of January, from the 1st to the 10th, it's at $4,750 trading one contract. And that's not including this trade. So one contract on the ES, this is just this one account, no funny stuff. And this is a strategy that Mr. Higgins found on an accident. He loaded the NQ scalper strategy, mistakenly put it on the ES. Okay, this is this is how we do it as traders. I can't tell you how many banana peels I've stepped on trading. And we do these bonehead things without human errors, without realizing it. This one worked in his favor. He loaded the NASDAQ scalper strategy, put the ES on it, and made a fortune. And I'm just so excited and happy for him. So you can see that this strategy now, if you add this trade in, if I closed it out right now, it'd be at $6,000 trading one contract. And I'm very happy to tell you that Mr. Higgins is trading a live account with it. So I know he's doing extremely well. So let me see if I can get on with the presentation. And by the way, I want you to know this is not recorded data. This is not market replay. This is the real deal. Let's go back and finish up. Whoops, wrong screen. Okay, so a lot of people ask, because they've been following right line trading. We've been around for over 13 or 14 years now, and really the game changer. We've been developing strategies for a decade, and we suffered from the common problems with consistency. The game changer has been this AI integration with self dynamically adjusting parameters. So the special offer that we're going to make, and if I haven't gotten to your question, forgive me. If you'll put your name and your phone number, if you'd like to speak with me, give me a chance to catch my breath and have a drink of an iced tea, and I will give you a call when it's over. If you'll put your name and number in the chat box, I'll be happy to give you a call and answer any question that I didn't have time to get to. I've gone over my time already. So the system, if you decide to come aboard on this special offer, comes with unlimited VIP support. It's not just support for setting it up and then we're going to wish you well and tell you good luck. This is ongoing support for the lifetime of your membership. Ongoing support for the lifetime of your membership. You're going to have our calendar links, our phone number. We're going to be in the trenches with you. We're going to log onto your computer and do everything for you. Okay? I know we've all had bad experiences with other companies. We're not one of them. Okay? So unlimited VIP support. I don't want to lose my chart. The masterclass modules. We have a ton of resources in our Discord chat community. If I go into our server, not only do you see the masterclass modules, but there's really a ton. Charles and I, this weekend, I'm going to put all of these into YouTube. Every week, Charles does a live training session on Wednesdays. They're all recorded. They're all in there. We have the masterclass modules. We have an owner's manual now, a user's guide that Mr. Higgins made that will blow your mind. If you look at this user's guide, it is extremely in-depth. It goes through from the minute you place your order to setting it up. It's all indexed, and it goes into extreme depth about how to trade this system. Okay, so we have excellent resources when you first come aboard and while you're trading the system. We trade the system every day on YouTube live streams. And our special price, we're running a 25% discount off of our website prices. If you come aboard normally, and we have three levels to our memberships. We have the monthly, we have the annual, and we have the lifetime, or we refer to the lifetime as the one-time payment. We don't want anything tied to your life. You pay it one time and there's no recurring fees. So the monthly membership normally is $6.99. For this 25% off sale, it's going to be $5.24 a month. $5.24 a month. If you have the means for the annual, it's a much better value. The annual is normally $29.99 a month. If you do it during this sale, and my associate Brock has put the link in the chat box, you could take advantage of that annual subscription for $22.49. I don't have my calculator up, and I like to give you an idea of what that breaks down to give it some context. If we take the $22.49 and divide it by 12, it comes out to about $187 a month. So for $187 a month, let me tell you something. You're going to have a powerhouse of a trading system that's going to provide you an edge over the other retail traders. For $187 a month, you'll have the full portfolio for the entire year, and you're going to trade with us live on YouTube, and you're going to have unlimited support on this journey. So it's really a very good value. The best value, speaking of value, is if you have the means to do the one-time payment, or if you're somebody that just doesn't like recurring subscriptions. Normally it's about $49.99. With the 25% off, it brings it down to $37.49. You pay that one time, you own it forever. Regardless of whether you do the monthly, annual, or lifetime, if we have any updates, new templates, new instruments on the AI Auto, they are included. You'll get those at no additional charge. So $37.49 right now. That'll give you the lifetime license. And I want to end with just a couple of testimonials. Earlier, somebody asked me, do you have any members in the UK? And I had to show them this testimonial from Simon from the UK, from across the pond. Simon, $16,000 in one day over 7 accounts trading this AI Auto Trader. So we do have some traders in the UK having tremendous amount of success. One of my favorite testimonials, Limit Up, with that has been having some big days. Steve Cherry, he introduced us to the NQ Scalper. Suzanne is a very active member of our trading community. She's excellent, well-versed at trading this system on a number of different prop firms. Take Profit, I know she's used Apex, and I believe Buellnox as well. But my favorite testimonial, and listen, and this isn't just a one-off. I see this a lot now. I talk to other members that have had a bad experience with other vendors. I know in this niche that there are some unscrupulous, and I'm not somebody to throw mud. Listen, I know what my inbox looks like. I get these emails that these guys are making tens of thousands of dollars in 30 seconds flat in their trading journey, and they don't talk about any of the losers. So I know that there are some unscrupulous ones out there. So this is why I love this testimonial. Gary Sparks tried a number of different vendors' bots. And what he found in his journey was that our bots are superior. So if you've bought a different system in the past that just didn't work out well for you, don't lose hope. Don't lose hope. There are some good ones out there. So last but certainly not least, this is my special offer. Once the webinar ends, you're more than welcome to call me. My number is right here. And you can't find the YouTube page? Let me show it to you. That's very important because I want you to come in and watch us. If you go to, let's go to YouTube. Let me turn that down. Okay, so in your search browser in YouTube, type right line trading. And when you get to our channel, Dr. Hanley's review. It's not as easy as I thought. Here it is, right line trading. This is our channel here. You'll see our logo. You would click here, and I'm going to put this link in the chat. And once you're here on our homepage, you would then click on the live tab, and you'll see every single one of our recorded ones. But tomorrow, or not tomorrow, it's Saturday, but on Monday, you'll see the one that's going to be going live. If you subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I'm going to put this link in the chat box. If you subscribe to our YouTube channel, you'll get a notification of when we go live, and you'll be able to click right in. So let me put this live stream tab in the chat box. Forgive me, I'm trying to find it. Okay, it must be under here. And before I put the thank you in, just looking for my chat. Here it is. Okay. Steve, I'm sorry, David. I'm putting in the chat. YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, and you'll get instant notifications. But that's where all the live streams take place. I just put it in the chat. Johnny L. 2 questions. Do you only do futures? Currently, yes. We're only trading futures. However, because this runs on NinjaTrader 8 only, and I want to emphasize that, this runs only on NinjaTrader 8. If you do have a connection that provides you with Forex or stocks, you would have the ability to automate those trades as well. However, the pre-formatted templates that we send out to you are specifically optimized to run on futures. So I hope that answers that question. Yeah, in order to run Ninja, you do need a Windows machine. You can use a Mac, but you need to create a Windows environment, maybe Parallels or Boot Camp, or you can always get a VPS. Karmesh, I answered yours. Okay, thank you for leaving me your number, Karmesh. I'll be in touch. David, do you see the YouTube link now? Thank you, Ed. I'll give you a call. Okay, that trade did close out. The trade did close out on the E-mini. But guess what? We're up $5,862 trading just one contract on this strategy. So this one strategy, I know listen, I respect everybody's money, and we absolutely don't play games when it comes to that. But the cost of this trading system, this one template today covered the cost of it. And we have members that are making that in a single session. So the value is definitely there. So I want to end by saying, if your trading journey has been filled with speed bumps and potholes, listen, you're listening to somebody that's like that lady in my opening slide that was ready to smash her monitor with that sledgehammer. I've gone to bed at night talking to myself because I blew out another trading account. Listen, the very definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. This AI upgrade, this AI integration has been a game changer in my trading career. And I am very optimistic that it can be in your trading career as well. So I come with a message of hope today. I hope that you'll take me up on my offer. If you left your number, I assure you that I'm going to give you a call. I'm just going to drink my iced tea and catch my breath, and I'll give you a call today. And I want to thank you for your time. I hope you have a blessed weekend. Thank you, everybody, for joining me today. Really, it's my pleasure, my honor, really, to be able to occupy your time. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend.